Happy Monday and welcome to Too Large and a Sarge. I'm Nancy.
I'm Tegan.
And I'm Sam. And remember, our program's rated R. We're real people talking about real topics and real situations.
You can find us Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud.
And you were talking about, before the show started, a amusement park water situation?
Yeah, there was an article. This gentleman, a Pittsburgh man, claims that there was a parasite on the raging rapids that wreaked havoc on his eyeball. Apparently, the water splashed into his eye, which, it happens all the time. I mean, that's not something abnormal.
Yeah.
But he claims that the infection came directly from that ride. And, there's a huge article about it in Trib Live, but the health officials opted not to test the water in the raging rapids when they learned about the incident, for quite a few reasons, actually.
What were they?
They said that this infection is caused by parasite, which are actually extremely rare, but it's called an environmental organism, which are pretty much everywhere, which in dirt or water. And the director of the Allegheny County Health Department, they believe that they will never be able to directly connect this situation to this particular source. It's kind of a rare situation. Even if they tested, which they opted out of, it might not even show up. But it still could be, like, with the testings, but it could still be in there. But this guy apparently had to get surgery, and he still suffers from inflammation, blurry vision, redness, and pain, according to the lawsuit.
I wonder when this incident occurred. Was it in the middle of summer?
July 2nd.
Okay.
So there's a lawsuit.
Yes.
What's the basis of the lawsuit?
That he got the bacteria came from
Kennywood.
From this.
Do you think Kenny would maliciously put bacteria in another water?
No, I think it just happens.
I think that's ridiculous. I think it does just happen anytime there's water anywhere, and it's.
Well, it's just like everything we touch. It's like, touching your shopping carts. It's like touching the bathroom, door.
It'd be like how can you prove anything anyway? Like, that'd be like if somebody was at the mall and they decided to lay down on a bed and they decided to fart on one of the pillows in the bed, and this next person comes in and puts their head on the farted pillow and they get pink eye. Yeah. Are you really going to be able to sue Sears or whoever?
I don't know. Like,
lifetime supply of fudge.
It's
from Boscov's.
No, you got enough. You got a supply of fudge in your eyes. Yeah. What you got. That's what caused it. But
and it kind of goes hand in hand with these stupid warning labels. Look at that lady who won all that money from McDonald's.
From the hot cup of coffee?
Freaking hot cup of coffee.
Dear God, I can't believe this morning when I drank my cup of coffee, it was hot.
I know.
And I scalded my mouth. I can't believe the coffee would be hot enough to scald my mouth.
I know, what did I get? I got coffee Saturday morning from Sheetz. And, I didn't even drink it till halfway home because I knew it was going to be hotter than blazing hell.
Well, yeah, I don't think
it's coffee. I mean, come on. Even you're curing, you have to watch.
So is this guy just suing for medical bills, or is he suing for,
I'm sure punitive. You don't get big money from medical. You get money from punitive damages.
Lifetime, all you can eat from the potato patch?
Like a trade, like a barter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd barter for the potato patch.
This article what he's actually looking.
Lifetime.
Well, I'm sure he's going for money.
Lifetime potato patch.
And unlimited shooting at the shooting range.
Yes.
I would like the unlimited potato patch, though. That'd be great.
And you don't have to uptrade to get to the large prize. You win, you get the large prize. You don't have
every time.
You don't have to have 3 medium prizes to get a large prize. Every time you win one of the games, you get a large prize.
You get the big one. Okay, you said the incident happened in July on a water ride. Yes. Apparently this guy likes water activities. How the heck does he know for sure he got it there?
It was an eye-eating parasite. That's pretty gross.
Oh, an eye-eating parasite.
Ooh, they're the worst kind
that seems
of
like the worst kind to have.
Ew.
Especially getting your eye.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it just says...
I don't think eye-eating parasites would work well in your arse.
No, that's what I said, yeah.
Filed lawsuit alleging negligence.
Yeah, but how do we know? And this is the thing. How would anybody... I don't know how good his case is going to be because how could, if I were questioning him, if I were in court and I was the defense attorney for Kennywood, I mean, my questions would go, okay, so you came here in July. How many times did you come here? Okay. Well, it was in the middle of July, so would you say that you went out and you engaged in different activities throughout the summer? Were you outdoors a lot in the summer? Yeah, okay.
Well, and apparently this other article here talks about it a little bit more in detail. Apparently, while he was in line, they noticed that the water in the rod was dirty, stagnant, and sludge-like. Additionally, I can't even say that word, apparently. Additionally, him and his family noticed that the waterfall was not even operating. So, like, the water wasn't circulating.
So, okay,
So he knowingly
yeah.
went on the ride anyway.
Right.
That had green sludge on it. And thought to himself, hey, there's green sludge on water. It's a good idea for me to go on the log jammer today.
I think this guy's a moron.
I think he is too.
I think he...
And I guess like that was July 2nd. Then July 5th, he was diagnosed with acute conjunctivitis and given antibiotics.
Acute conjunctivitis
So he
is
had really
something
bad
you get,
pink
eye. Yeah. He had really bad pink eye.
Then his symptoms worsened, and on July 14th, he was diagnosed with microsporidia keratitis.
Oh, those spores get you all the time. They're really bad. They...
Ooh, like he literally had to get his eyeballs scraped.
Ooh.
Blech.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good time.
Gross. And he had to remain in a dark room for the next 2 days. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, I'd twist my arm if I had to stay in a dark room for 2 days.
Well,
Asleep.
him and his family noticed that the water was cucky. He went on the ride anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows? There
And
could
no
have been
offense, but
there
I
could have
don't
been brain eating parasites in there.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have survived on this guy, because if he was that worried about the quality of the water getting on the ride, he should have never gotten on the ride.
Yeah,
No, it's the
truly.
same difference. Like, come on, guys. We have to convince ourselves of certain things when we put on ourselves in certain scenarios just to give ourselves peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as when you go away or you want a night where you go to a different town and you have to go to lodging somewhere.
Yes.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, wherever, okay? You go into those places knowing that there might be a good chance that those sheets and those linens might not be as laundered as you'd like them to be. As a matter of fact, I just watched a couple months back. They did one of those specials where they get the lights and the paint.
Lights, yeah.
I wasn't changed. They write on the sheets or whatever, and then they come in the next day, a new person, and they check the sheets. This is talking 4-star and 4-star hotels.
Yeah, like it's not. It doesn't matter whether it's a $50 a night or $300 a night.
If I'm going to stay at a hotel with my family, I already am aware of. I'm probably laying in the middle of a crime scene.
Yeah.
With all the DNA that's probably all over the place. Okay. Now I tell myself so I can make it happen that it's clean and it's fresh and it's wonderful.
I know.
In some cases, I add additional DNA to the sheets.
I think if this, because that's like at least day old DNA that you're laying in. I'm putting fresh DNA because I'm thinking it's my DNA. It's fresh. It's gonna battle and it's gonna win whatever DNA is already.
So it's part of our mission.
It's part of our mission. We have to.
Our guys fight their guys.
I've slept on top of it, depending on what kind of once I think about it, then I'm like, I really have a hard time convincing myself that.
If you worry about things like that on a daily basis, you will never go anywhere, do anything. You'll never use a public bathroom. You'll never eat at a restaurant's table.
Never use a shopping cart.
Never use a shopping cart. You'll never go to a public pool ever again. You'll never sleep at a hotel.
Good Lord, you won't ever walk into a preschool or kindergarten.
You'll never eat at a buffet at a strip club.
Ooh.
That's a lot of DNA.
Oh, that's a lot.
They offer. I don't know why they do that sometimes, but one of their selling points is we have a buffet at a strip club. Oh, I've
only ever been to the Oakton, which has now been burnt down, and some of our listeners might know where that was. So they didn't offer a buffet, thank God.
No.
It just, in cases like this, what are you supposed to say? It was in the middle of July. For all we know that this guy and his wife, just a day or two beforehand, could have been at a local state park and they could have swam and had some fun. It could have been anything could have caused this to happen. You already said in the article itself that it could come from either the earth or the water, like the soil or water. So
I'm sure Kennywood has some pretty good lawyers.
I'm sure that they do.
I don't think Kennywood was malicious or neglectful in this case, because nobody does. I mean,
it's a parasite. Like, they're everywhere. It's not like, I don't know.
You take what comes with it.
Yeah.
Just kind of like if you let your kids go swimming in the neighbor's pool or something like that, and they come back and their skin's all itchy or whatever happens. You know, I mean, it's, again, if you try to watch everything or start worrying about everything around you, you're not going to touch a door handle without a glove on. Yeah, I mean, that's it. You might as well just stay at your house in the fetal position and not move.
What's the guy who's the game show host that's a
total germaphobe?
Yeah.
Howie Mandel.
Yeah, Howie Mandel's a huge germaphobe.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I don't like...
Nobody likes... I mean, nobody...
Not with strange people and stuff, like touching up on them and stuff, but...
It bugs me still, like the shopping carts. You go and you grab a shopping cart, and there's the woman wiping it down with it. Just get out of my way. Just go.
I know. I
get out of my way. What are you
that
doing?
Right in front. That drives me nuts.
It's right there, just wiping it down. I hate it. Just get out of my way.
I know.
Speaking of getting out of the way, in this particular case, at the Waffle House,
I know, this is fantastic.
This guy is awesome.
Thank goodness for his initiative. Yeah,
His initiative. Here's the headline: Selfie service. Man cooks Waffle House meal as worker sleeps. And there's a selfie this dude posted on Facebook. I want to get with this guy.
I know.
I want to have a beer. I'll give him a complimentary shot. Whatever he wants. First round's on.
I want to hang out with this cat. He waited 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it was, let me see what time in the morning it was. Right around 2 a.m.
And where was it at? Where was this Waffle House at?
It was in South Carolina.
Oh, fantastic.
A Waffle House in South Carolina. And I know down south everybody raves about
Southern hospitality.
No, about Waffle Houses down there.
Oh.
Myself, I would rather dip a cup in Kenny Wood's log jammer and drink a tall glass of the water. I hate Waffle Houses. But apparently this guy doesn't, and he enjoys it, and he's a happy fella. He goes there and he waits 10 minutes, and the only worker that is there is sleeping. So sound asleep that this cat jumps over the counter, prepares himself. Let's see what he prepared himself here. He prepared himself a double Texas bacon cheese steak melt.
Oh, so it wasn't just like a pancake.
No, it wasn't a pancake.
Nice.
So he made himself a nice sandwich. He cooked it. He ate it. And then whenever he was done, he scraped the grill. He cleaned up after himself.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
It's impressive.
So now what's happening from this? Is he getting in any sort of trouble? I'm sure the employee obviously is going to get in trouble for them sleeping.
I'm sure.
But I wonder, I mean, if he cleaned up after himself and nobody took care of him, but he cooked his own meal, I think he's done enough. I hope he didn't have to pay for the meal or anything like that.
There's no legality in any of this. I guess he even took pictures of photos with him with the guy sleeping, the sleeping worker. I guess he's frying bacon and putting a sandwich together right beside this guy, and this guy is sleeping. Waffle. Now he might have a job after this. If he doesn't have a job right now, I think he has a job at whatever Waffle House of his choosing. It says, Waffle House said in a statement, it was impressed with Bowen's cooking skills, but customers should never go behind the counter for safety reasons. So it seems like they're being cool about it because, the employee was sleeping and everything else. Hell, this guy could have stole all kind of food. He could have stole money and everything else. He made a sandwich.
That's all he did. And they're talking about for safety reasons. Well, maybe employees at the Waffle House shouldn't fall asleep for safety reasons. That person could have woke up to a gun to his head, and the next thing you know, having to give out money or whatever. So this dude, I saw the pictures of him. Oh, yeah. I saw the pictures of him. He's a happy guy. He looked like a real down-to-earth fella.
He even returned to pay for his meal. He was posting a selfie of him returning to pay for his meal.
I wouldn't have paid for a meal. I wouldn't have paid for my meal.
A lot of people probably wouldn't. I don't know if I would have.
No, I mean, especially if he took the time out to clean up after himself. That was awfully nice. I mean,
really nice.
yeah, I think he was. He looks like he was
I know,
living it
looks
up.
like he's totally happy.
I don't think he's drunk in this picture. I think he's just a jovial dude, man.
He looks super happy.
He does look super happy, and there is nobody else in there, which is surprising at a Waffle House at 2 a.m. in the morning, because you get some real interesting people at Waffle House at 2 a.m. in the morning. When we went to the one in South Carolina, it was about 10 o'clock in the morning,
yeah.
and there was interesting people at that point.
Listen, there are interesting people at 2 o'clock in the morning at our Eaton Parks.
Oh my gosh! That's in high school. That's where we all. I mean, not that I was.
Excuse me, in high school?
Yeah. After whatever parties or whatever.
Oh.
That's where we would go for the buffet at Eaton Park.
It's a place for frowns when the drunks come in around 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been in that position. What is it about, by the way, early in the morning, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning? What is it about breakfast food?
I don't know.
When you've
Like
been
bacon?
drinking
Oh,
heavily.
yeah. I think it's like the bacon is the big factor.
I don't know. I don't get down with it.
No,
Really?
No, cheeseburger and fries with gravy on it. That's what I've always. Every time I went out and after a night of drinking, we go to Eaton Park. It's the super burger. Give me the super burger. Give me an extra order of fries, and you douse them with gravy. And
Did you ever have the gravy and the cheese? That used to be really good.
Really?
No.
Gravy and cheese
Oh
mix?
my gosh! Yeah.
No, I don't.
You don't like the mixture?
I don't like the mixture.
For me, I would either do one of two things. I would go out and after drinking, I would grab a chili dog loaded with onions and tons of cheese and down those puppies.
Yeah.
Or
We used to call them death
breakfast.
dogs from sheep.
Heck yeah. That's the only way to go. And then breakfast is interesting. I'd eat breakfast, but for whatever reason, I used to like eggs a lot. Like I'd eat eggs at like 1 or 2 in the morning with cheese on it.
Really?
And then the following morning, if I didn't recover quite well, I would eat the sausage and the bacon and straight up grease first thing in the morning. But yeah, oh, it tastes so good.
I don't normally eat breakfast foods for breakfast anyway, so that's doesn't matter what state I'm in of soberness that I'd be in or drunken state that I was in. I eat breakfast foods, just normally not in the morning.
You don't. It's hard to get you to eat breakfast foods throughout the day too, though. Like sometimes I like a nice breakfast for supper.
We made pancakes not too long ago for dinner, and that was nice.
That was
we had
nice.
sausage and pancakes, and that was good. But for the most part, breakfast foods, I pass.
See, I love breakfast anytime. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with breakfast. And since the basis of our article was about a guy that took a selfie, that kind of leads into our next topic of conversation. Social media. That's how we find all of our great information for Too Large and a Sarge,
truly,
is just flipping through Facebook or taking a look on, some main pages of some of our search sites. And there are just some things, I know with Facebook, if we're talking Facebook, there are just some things I see on Facebook that drive me absolutely insane.
Oh, no, you'd love it.
No, I don't. Now, we did talk before about, I do like reading. I like reading about the people that are in crises. And the fact that they post it keeps me...
It keeps you pretty entertained.
Absolutely.
One thing I hate, now, I am going to say that I do take pictures like this, but I don't post them on Facebook. I have a real problem with the ladies that use their cover picture or their profile picture looking like a bunny or a bear or using like the major filters.
Yeah.
First off, with the story with Sam and I met him in person first, but I still Facebook stalked him. I mean, I got a chance to see what he looks like. In some cases, you have to Facebook stalk these people first and then meet them.
Right.
So what if you're the guy that Facebook stalks a chick and all you've got to look at, because maybe their page is private and all you can see is her cover photo, is her as a reindeer or a bunny?
That's pretty lame.
First off, her whole face has been beautified. Her eyes are enlarged. Like, she looks, probably it'll bump you up a number or two on the beauty scale. I hate them. Oh, I hate them so bad. And I hate not even for the Snapchat filters and things. I hate the functions on the phone where you can slim your face and enlarge your eyes. I know people that are absolutely beautiful that will use those camera enhancements and their eyes begin to look like aliens' eyes. Like they look nothing like themselves anymore. It's absolutely ridiculously
Where's
terrible.
that
Well,
I don't know if my iPhone has that.
I don't know if your iPhone has it either. On ours, it's just on our basic camera. The camera on our phone will take a picture, and then it'll have a bar below where you can edit it. And then in the edit, there's a bunch of filters like face slimming, red eye correction. They have large eyes. They have beauty pics, which the beauty pics pretty much just takes and it gives you sort of kind of a more of a glowy look, a more polished, like porcelain sort of look on it. I hate when people use, especially the large eye ones. I hate those ones the most, just because sometimes they set them for the big settings, and if you already have big eyes and you use large eye settings,
looks
you start
so
to,
unnatural.
it's horrible.
Yeah, like my iPhone doesn't have that. Like I can crop, I can change the colors, I can mark it up. Maybe there's apps for it.
Maybe
You could use some apps.
Maybe you should just get a real phone.
At this table, there's an everyday
Oh,
Apple Android
yeah.
issue.
I like my iPhone for the most part.
Everybody says that. Oh, I like my iPhone. I like my iPhone.
It's just like
People don't say I love my iPhone.
It's just so
I
exclusive.
love my Android.
There's iPhone is so exclusive with themselves.
It is.
It's tough. Like the files are weird. Everything's weird.
I'm not a fan of it. So other pet peeves, social media pet peeves.
Oh my God! People using Facebook as Google search. You're too stupid or too lazy to search on Google for the most simple things that are out there. What time is the Johnstown Halloween Parade? On Facebook. Guess what? You don't have to post that. You don't have to post that. Just look on it and Google it. You're uncreative, unimaginative, and well, how many cups of flour do you use to bake a cake?
Oh,
That's not a Facebook question.
And people like the interaction. I think that's probably what it is.
They're searching.
There's
Are they that desperate?
well, they're lonely. I'm sure.
I think in a lot of cases that's what it is. Either they don't feel good about themselves or they make themselves animals. And if you want to be attractive and make yourself an animal, and the person that finds you looking like an animal attractive, I have to really question them. If you're looking at that bunny going, boy, that's a hot bunny I'd like to F, there's something wrong with you, okay? And the person that's posting it saying, oh my gosh, how could I make myself look better? I know. If I look like a forest creature, that's going to bump up my stats a couple. That drives me nuts. And then I hate pictures of food for the most part. Like, I don't mind the occasional, like, if there's a good recipe or something like that.
Yeah, I
If
like
you
the
take a-
recipe ones, but I don't give a crap what you ate for dinner.
No, especially if it's like a...
Although, wait, I did post the picture of the ice cream cake. But it was pretty, I mean, it looked really good.
I've seen some people post some stuff of food that they've cooked, and they must think they're Julia Child.
Yeah.
But it was Mrs. T. Pierogies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
bad.
oh, look what I made. No, you didn't. You prepared it. You didn't make anything.
Didn't make it.
And let me explain. That's what I mean. Like, if you go and say it's your anniversary, like say, oh, hey, happy 10th anniversary to my best friend, the love of my life, such and such. Here's, what we did this evening.
Yeah.
And say that you go to a super classy, elegant restaurant
Right.
where almost the plates look like pieces of
Yeah.
art. And you take a
don't
picture of
normally
it.
go to, right.
Sure. If it looks artsy or if it's something gourmet or something, I'm okay with that. But I just hate, like, I don't care that you had scrambled eggs this morning, okay? Mine were dippy. So what? I don't care. Oh, I hate that so much. And then, you know what? I'm telling you, moms, you look real bad. I see some of these pictures, too, where some of these women have more pictures of them out partying with their
That's a big one.
girlfriends
Yeah.
than with
just
of their own
sad.
children.
Yep.
If your
Yeah.
Facebook page, if you weren't allowed to read anybody's post and you just were able to look at their pictures and determine what kind of person that they are based on their pictures, is that really the image that you want to
Yeah, I
leave?
think that's bad.
But you don't even get me started on the whole look. there's groups of them right in our backyard here that are moms and parents, and they're out every day of the week being groupies to these local bands, or they're out there all the time partying like they're in their 20s, but they look like Alice Cooper, friggin'
local washed up
cracked out.
bands that could never make it. They've got comb overs and dyed
Some
black
look like Little
hair.
Nicky.
Oh,
It's really bad.
it was cool when you were back in high school with the comb over and the dyed black hair.
It's
You
so
just look like a douche now.
You do, and then you hang out with a bunch of people that look like bigger douches, and it's
Yeah.
just a really
And they're like, oh, I want to hang
bad-
out with them. I want to hang out with them. No, come
You
on.
don't.
Why?
It's just a bunch of. I mean, it's too much. Like, I don't mind the occasional. I can't say that I've never been out to catch the occasional band. I've been out to catch the occasional band. But if more of my life is spent at night times out partying than it is at home with my own kids,
Yeah, then
you've
that's pretty
got
bad.
a real problem. Now, I don't put the single people though in that, because single people are still single people. You know?
no,
There's still a certain age. You're
Yeah.
out there, you're posting, you act like you're the most interesting person in the world. You're not interesting if all you ever do is go out and you sit in a smoky bar
Yes.
and you listen to these crappy cover
Well, there's no.
bands.
I'm single and I'm not hanging out in the dank. I was gonna say it. Sorry. I really do have to refrain from not swearing, but I don't go to the bar. I'm not going to. Like, I've got a kid. Like, she's more important to me than.
At least
Going
don't
to-
post about it, please.
Well-
Let the local bands post pictures of you on your local band sites to prove that you have more than your grandma showing up and maybe one of your kids showing up. Like, okay, I get that. If you want to put it on your band page that people have a good time listening to you, or your karaoke page or whatever, totally cool with that. But when you're a person on your own individual Facebook page posting pictures of you wearing your daughter's clothes,
Oh, that's bad too.
your daughter's skirts and tops, packing it in there,
Yeah.
looking like Elvira or something. Like, it's just so bad. It's so trashy. And then your kids have to go to school, and if their parents see those pictures, then I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, if you have more pictures of bar time when you're a parent on your Facebook page than you have of being a mom, or just even of yourself, or
Yeah.
what you're interested in, or your hobbies or your passions, I think it's about time that maybe you hang that.
You need to
Right.
reevaluate
That-
your life.
that up.
I think so. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, most people get that stuff done before they have children. And I
Yeah.
know a lot of people have kids early, but you have to make that decision. Is that best for your child? Clearly not.
No, I think it's fair for Sam to say what he had said. For me, it's not fair. I never had really any years. I mean, I was pregnant at a young age, so I never had any years where I was myself, you know.
Well, thank goodness most of the years that we used the party, Facebook was not around.
Oh, gosh.
And all the phones with the videos were not around.
I
Dear
know.
Lord.
I'm so happy about
Me
that.
too.
But I can't place any judgment on, like, childless couples, what they do and stuff, because I really don't know what that's all about. I mean,
Right.
maybe you do hit the bar once or twice, maybe for wing night specials or something like that, and then maybe
Normal
you catch
stuff, yeah.
yeah. I don't have
Mostly
a problem with
food
that.
oriented.
But when you're partying like you're in your 20s, but you look like Keith Richards, like, come on.
Yeah.
It's probably
pretty bad.
time to hang up your hat on that. How about any other social media?
My big one is, and I know like the fire companies will do it and the police will do it, and if you have to watch out for an accident or whatever, but like people posting about somebody that just died, like, what if their family doesn't know? Like, that drives me insane. I always think, how do you know that everybody knows, because they don't even put their names on the articles and stuff.
It's too much.
Like, I have a hard time with that one.
It's too much.
Because God forbid,
They don't know
grandma
yet.
didn't know or brother didn't know. I think that's just horrible.
I heard that there are actually people that take selfie pictures at the viewings, like next to the body.
I've seen it done. Unfortunately, I've seen it done on my dad's side of the family.
And they do like duck lips, like pouty faces.
Well,
R.I.P. Grandma, and they take a picture and like the body's
It wasn't-
like,
it wasn't-
God, seriously?
It wasn't that bad, but they were like, hey, we don't have any pictures of her. Do you think it'd be all right to take pictures? Like, why are you taking
taking a picture
pictures
with
of somebody?
cartoons?
Yeah, that's. And I was just thinking, like, wow.
I've seen people, like, not on my page, but I've seen pictures where people, like, are at the hospital, or it's like at hospice or something, and they're like, I don't think grandma's got long to go.
Yeah, I guess
and they
I
take
have
a picture
seen
and like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, wait a minute. Don't even get me started on my whole tangent about things like that too. I mean, you want to celebrate the person's life, not at the phase where they're about ready to die.
No.
Go to their friends or family and dig up some pictures when they were kids, or if their old wedding pictures or something. But I mean, why do you want to take a picture of death? Like, some
That's
people
just bad.
get really freaked out about hospitals.
Oh, yeah.
I find it amusing. I don't necessarily
Hospitals?
No, these people with the posting selfies. I think it's funny. I don't necessarily agree that I would ever do it, but it's free entertainment.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Facebook stands for free entertainment.
Oh, please! That's the whole model of the whole foundation for the whole page there. But yeah, I mean, I hate this picture of people. Yeah, I just went to hospice visit my grandma. She's not looking so good anymore.
Yeah.
Grandma's got like tubes coming out of her ass, and they're taking pictures of her. like you really want that as a permanent memory for.
One of my pet peeves with social media is the Facebook tough guys. Because they're on Facebook and it's not face to face. They're the toughest people in the world, and they can say like, oh, I'm from so and so. Why don't you come see me? No, you live 3 states away. Nobody's ever going to come see you.
It's kind of like the liquid courage that you get at bars and stuff like that.
Right.
But you're normally not like that. But because you're hiding behind the mask of alcohol, you're much tougher than what you think you are.
Like, I another thing that drives me insane, like families that fight. And like the whole conversation is all about.
I love it. Does not drive me insane.
I just
do it
think,
more
oh my gosh.
and do it often.
It's once again where you're having a bad day. You're like, my life's crappy. You're like, oh, you know what? It's okay. I just read Facebook and it's not so bad.
Maybe you have an argument with one of your family members, or maybe you just had a get together. You're like, man, my family's really messed up. I'm gonna sit down on Facebook. I'm like, oh, my family's not that bad.
No. All right.
What's that site? Is it still up? What is that? Johnstown Confessions or something?
Love that
It's
site.
Dirty Laundry now, or something. Or
I think they tore that one down.
They might have tore that one
Right?
down, but I loved it.
I never added. I was never on it to be like part of it, but I read. Oh my god!
Oh, they're terribly awesome. They're terrible, but they're
What
awesome.
a mess.
Oh, I know. It's great. I think it's fantastic.
There's one now.
I'm a
It's
fan of it.
Johnstown. It reports all the overdoses that go on in Johnstown.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love
That's
it.
a busy page.
I bet.
There's like a 60-some-year-old woman on there the other day. They said that she overdosed at like a nursing home or whatever on heroin, and I was like, I want this to be so true. I don't know why. I don't know why I want it to be so true, but I do. I'm so fascinated with this whole heroin epidemic, and we're probably going to have to do
Yeah, we'll do a show.
an episode on it. But I've never been much for scavengers hunts, but I want to find a junkie that's overdosed. I don't know why. Like every time I go to Walmart, I see somebody sitting in their car, like, lean back. I was like, ooh, are they overdosed? Darn it, they're moving. There's not an overdose.
You found Waldo.
Maybe create like a Tinder page, like almost.
Yeah.
Where you can locate them.
And it's not like I'd be like
Aliases.
I want to get recognition for saving this person and shooting Narcan, and saving a person's life. I probably wouldn't even dial 911. I'd be like, yep, that person's gonna die.
No
and
way.
Just continue walking in the store,
No way.
But I'm like, hey, I found somebody and they died.
No, I'm gonna no way. I'm gonna John Travolta, Uma Thurman their ass. I'm gonna Pulp Fiction their ass. I'm gonna keep some on me. Like I'm gonna have a special jacket on with like syringes. So like if I see it, I can just pop one out. Like
Here's
straight
my
down.
vow. Here's my vow to you, our listeners, and the Facebook and social media.
Oh no.
Oh no.
If I find a junkie and they are overdosed, you're getting a duck lip selfie of me standing above
Sammy.
the overdosed person.
Oh no.
I'm posting it. We're going with it.
And we went there. Like we totes went there.
He's rendered us speechless.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless right now. I have issues with a lot of things. I have issues with people going on there, and you clearly know that they're going on their page to ask or beg for hand-me-downs or handouts, but they won't come out and directly say it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. I'd rather have the person go, look, I need $20 for gas. Does anybody have $20 for gas, or can they give me a ride somewhere?
Right.
Then the ones
Which
going...
I've seen people ask for that too.
Sure. You know, if you're at that point and you need help and you need to reach out to somebody, I don't have a problem with that. But I hate reading the 3-paragraph longs. Oh, woe is me. My life is terrible. I just lost my EBT card. Now I can't go get carts full of junk food and soda, and I don't know what to do with my life. I have kids, and we're going to need that card because I need food. I checked my fridge just 5 minutes ago, and there didn't seem to be any more food put in my fridge. I wish I had that card. I wish I had some extra money. Just freaking say, can somebody give me a couple extra bucks? Is anybody charitable? Can they give me a couple bucks for groceries?
That's what they use GoFundMe for now.
I hate GoFundMe.
Oh, I hate GoFundMe. It started out and it was a good cause.
It was for good stuff, yeah.
But I got unfriended by somebody because she got a speeding ticket and she didn't have money to pay the speeding ticket, and she had other bills that were due. And she created her own GoFundMe page to pay for her speeding ticket.
That's pathetic.
No.
I'm thinking, holy
Sell some of your
cow.
purses and shoes or something.
Or
Tell me about it.
Something. Sell something.
Give something up. Yeah, I'm not into that. So other Facebook peeves. Oh, okay. I'm not going to get into this heavily, but I have a problem. I think your page should be an expression of yourself. Don't get me wrong. But there is a level and a limit to where it gets carried too far. And what I'm talking about with that is I'm going to use 2 examples. I have a friend that is a pastor that I love to death. Wonderful family. I've known him for years. He will put sometimes, just a provoking thought for the day that will be scripture-based or something. Totally cool. No problem with that whatsoever. And he'll mix it up throughout the days with, if they go and have a church event, or if he's out with his kids, or they meet up for dinner or something, he'll put different stuff on there. So it's not straight this type of content the whole way through. Uh-huh. Then you've got the ones that cannot let certain things go, and they post after post after post after post after post after post after post saying that they hate Trump and they hate Republicans and they need to die.
Gun control this.
Back to back to back, the biggity back every day, all the time, constantly putting these posts on to the point where I've had to unfollow them from my page.
I would love to see the percentage of the people who complain about Trump and complaining about gun control and everything else that's out there. I'd like to see the percentage of those people who actually went out and voted instead of stayed at home and posted on Facebook about change needs to happen.
Right. And don't
I
get
bet
me
you it's
wrong.
very low. I bet you the percentage of people who vote is actually pretty low.
I'm respectful of everybody's, when I say if I pick on people, I'm an equal opportunity hater. I'm an equal opportunity lover too. What I'm saying is I don't have a problem if you're a liberal. I don't have a problem if you're a liberal. If you're a Republican, I don't have a problem if you're a Republican. If you're conservative, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. And if you want to post some stuff on your page about it, that's totally fine. And, maybe somebody will put it in an opposing view from what I have that'll make me stop and go, holy crap, I never thought of this, or I never knew this. I don't mind healthy information. But when it turns from something that's informative or maybe every so often a perspective or view into straight up, we're talking like Klan member hates. Like we're talking like just pure hate. That's what it is. And then you're looking at other people saying that they're hateful for what they feel, but you're posting nothing but repeated bash after bash after bash after bash.
And it's just regurgitation of other people's thoughts too.
Yes,
these aren't original thoughts.
None of them
They're getting
are.
brainwashed and they're
copies and
repeating
pastes.
it. Yes.
Copies and pastes.
Yes.
And again, moderation for those sort of things are key. Again, I have a pastor friend. he puts different, and it's sometimes he doesn't even put like scriptures. He just puts. You can tell it has a very Christian theme to it. The stuff he'll put.
Right.
And I think it's food for thought for anybody reading some of these things. It's just thought-provoking things. So I don't have a problem with that. And this is a straight-up pastor, but he even knows what to do in moderation and what, if you want to keep people interested and you want to get that message or want to get that word out, there's ways to do it that will keep people still intrigued by it.
And I mean, a lot of the hate speech, I mean, they copy and paste these articles from the media. I mean, do you
believe everything?
Yeah. Do you believe everything? I mean, your mom always used to say, if your friend jumps off the bridge, is that what you're going to do too?
So when you pick up a paper, it's gospel?
Right.
Really?
And it's not. It is so not.
Because that's funny. There's different gospel written on different channels that you listen to.
Yes.
And it's
absolutely.
straight gospel on every channel that you turn to if we're talking that sort of conversation.
And these open-minded people that are on Facebook, they claim to be open-minded. They are the most closed-minded people. Because let's say I don't agree with something that they are passionate about. Well, you're wrong. Well, no, now you're being closed-minded.
Right.
Right.
Because just because I don't agree with everything you believe in, somebody can be this, somebody can be that, somebody can be this, everything's fine. Wait a minute, you don't agree with this person? Well, then that means you're
a hater.
You're
Right.
a hater, and you're wrong for thinking that way.
And you're closed-minded.
No, this is the same as the beliefs that these people have their own beliefs. These are my beliefs, so why am I wrong? Well, you're wrong because they're not my beliefs.
There's educated ways to present your information that should be thought-provoking and should be able to hear both sides. Opposing views in adult conversation is not a bad thing.
No.
And in some cases, sometimes if you have that point that is that thought-provoking, you may end up making another person go, you know what, I never truly thought about
somebody
that.
who actually listens and actually wants to listen.
Right. I mean, if you're having an adult conversation and both parties are respectful, I think a lot can be accomplished through that, or at the very end, you have that happy, peaceful, let's agree to disagree. But you know what? I'm glad I heard what you had to say. I see what side you're on, and that's fine, you know. But to be suffocated.
Like it's fine for everybody to have an opinion, but like I have a problem with uneducated opinions.
I do too, or just regurgitations of other people's thoughts.
Yeah.
Like Sam said, I have a
Have an original thought, or just educate yourself. Don't just regurgitate what somebody else has said.
Right.
And don't take it as gospel without
No.
doing a little bit of research yourself.
Absolutely. Other things that drive us nuts on social media.
I hate when there's a good video or something that comes up that somebody else shared, or one of the pages that I've liked, and you try to play it and all you get is crap. That drives me nuts.
Oh, like it'll redirect you.
It redirects you like 12 times.
Don't even get me started on the
5 ads come up, and then you're like,
Yes.
well, shit, I did. What? Well, crap, I didn't even get to watch the video.
Or, I'll find, I'm into some celebrity gossip and things like that, so I'll go to click on something, or I like the stuff, here, take a tour of Angelina from young years, older years. I'm like, oh, let me take a look at pictures of Angelina again, So I'll click on that, and they'll tease you with like 5 seconds of a start of the pictures of the article.
Yes.
Congratulations, you are a winner. And then you have to back the freak heckin' out of that. And I also hate those articles too where they'll do 15 blah, 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 blah. Or 20 blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, cool, I'll click on it. I want to see these 15 things. Like 15 things, women that you do that men hate in bed. I'm like, wow, I gotta find out to make sure I'm okay. So, this is big news here. So let's click on it. I'll click on it. And the next thing you know, number 1, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Oh, I don't do that. I'm good. Okay, let's keep going. Next.
I know.
Click on
Why
next.
can't they just do it like as
Number
one big
2.
article?
Like
I hate the ones when you read it and be like, this and this happens, and what happens next is unbelievable, or you won't believe your eyes. And I'm like, oh, I got to watch this, and I'm like, oh, that's it. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Like, that's not unbelievable. It's stupid, and you're stupid for posting.
but you fall for it every
time.
single time.
I know. We always think something's new and exciting, and we get suckered.
We do get suckered.
This is something that I can't stand it, but there's a reason I can't stand it. Like all the animal things, because I'm a huge animal. I'm not like an animal rights activist or anything, because I still eat. I'm not a weirdo. I get it. The world works in a certain way, but the really sad videos with the dogs.
Oh, the Sarah McLachlan like videos.
Dang it. Every damn time I click on them and then I cry. And I just sometimes, I mean, it's annoying, but it's really sad.
Let's take a bad subject and let's do a 180 on it. Things that we absolutely love about social media. Number one for me is pimple popping videos.
Oh,
Number one.
I can't not watch them, but
Blackhead cyst pimple popping. It's fantastic.
I dig on those too. I like that.
How about those, like the ones that look like that weird, like pod flower, like whatever the heck those things were? Ugh.
I don't know what the big technical name of it is for people that have the fear of the holes and stuff like that. Yeah. Dr. Pimple Popper, if I could ever just assist you for a week, you would make my whole life. I could die a happy woman.
But what my question is, though, with these, why do you let them get that size?
I don't know, but I wish...
They're like the size, like most of them are like freaking baseballs.
I know.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, how does that not hurt like when it was half that size?
Tegan, you know what? We've thought about this. Sam and I thought about this long and hard.
Please indulge me.
Do you know Craigslist? You're familiar with Craigslist, right?
Absolutely.
Now they have like the special places on Craigslist where you can seek different types of people, like man seeking man or woman seeking woman or couples seeking couples. We'd like to do a special post.
Couple seeking ganglion cyst.
Yeah. we don't want to have sex with you, but we would like to post on one of these sites on Craigslist, couple seeking person with oversized boil, cyst, pimple. If you have a lot of blackheads, those are okay with us as well too. We want to get in there and get serious about this. We watch the videos all the time. We love them.
Well, I think we all do, because it's one of those things like, oh, I really shouldn't. And then 10 minutes later, you watch the whole thing.
I love them. And a new fetish of mine too that I enjoy watching videos on is those. Are they called jiggers? They called jiggers? What kind of worms are there? They're a worm. What are they?
Chiggers.
Huh?
Chiggers.
Chiggers. I thought they were jiggers.
No, they're chiggers.
Chiggers. They're a worm that's found like over in Africa or something like that. That these dogs are running the streets and they get inside of the dogs, but you can see the white tips of them, and they just in masses form on these animals. And when you just give it a gentle squeeze, these worms straight out, like they pop out. It's almost like a blackhead or like a pimple popping. Like they're like the new form of pimple popping for me. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm a sick person. But I think it's not, I don't think that I'm fascinated by, like, I like the fact that it's cleansing. I think that's what I like so much about it, because it's a problem and an immediate result. So I like that. To me, that's closure. I like closure. I like to watch things that have a definite. Here's your problem. Here's what I'm going to do, and here is your immediate solution for it. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I love watching those videos, and you get the whole gambit of the start, the middle, and the end. And I don't know, they thoroughly entertain me.
We watch them as a couple, and here's what we do. This is really delving into the minds of Sam and Nancy, but we'll watch them, and before like the big ones get busted open, we'll place bets whether it's either cottage cheese or if it's straight up pus or what it is. Yeah,
that's so disgusting.
Some of you that are listening right now are going, "Oh my gosh!" But at the same time, you jolly well watch those videos too. We place bets on it. One of my favorite ones of all time, if you're pimple popping fans and you want to go to a YouTube video that is wonderful, I love this old fart. He's a super old dude, and it's like they're having a family reunion that day because there's a whole pile. Is
that the one on his back?
Yeah, the one on his back.
They're
looks
outside.
like a big boob.
They're outside.
I've seen that one.
Love it. Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't a dog go over to the
and starts trying to
Oh.
This is this old fella. He's a real skinny, big bearded, bushy haired old dude. He's sitting in a chair out in the backyard, and it's like the entire family reunion's there because off in the distance you see kids and adults alike. You have the guy that's videoing it and the woman with the gloves on, I think, or maybe no gloves. She's in the back, and this guy, they zoom up on his back, and it looks like he has a third breast on his back. That's how big it is. They pop that sucker open, and I mean, like, his back, by the end of the video, after they're done squeezing it, the excess skin that this poor old dude ended up having on his back from this stuck out at least, I'm telling you, at least a good probably 7 or 8 inches from his back after they squeezed it all out.
I'm
and
not sure if I
again,
watched the whole thing.
that goes back to your point saying like how does this happen?
I know, but you know that's sore. I mean, for crying out loud, it's not comfortable. So why do you let it get that big?
How can you lay on your back when you have a third boob on your back? Like, it's not like you have two cysts proportionate on your back to lay on. Like, this is one big honk and one on one side out. How do you sleep like this?
One of the videos that I can go my whole life without ever seeing ever again, and I hate them so bad, I hate them with a passion, is the gender reveal parties.
Oh.
I hate them.
Oh.
You're stupid for having them.
Oh.
You know what? You have them, but don't put them on my news feed and cloud up my news feed. I don't want to see it.
Why do you hate them so bad?
Oh, they're horrible. Who gives a crap? At the end of it, give me a cigar that says it's a boy or it's a girl. I don't care what you're having.
So if we ever had a child, we can't have a gender reveal party.
I'm not saying we can't have. I'm not saying we can't have a gender reveal party, but we're not putting it on Facebook.
Oh, we can't put it on Facebook. Okay, I was just checking just to make
Says
sure.
you.
No, we're not going to.
No, you don't think?
Oh.
No, well, first of all, you have to be invited to even. That's
Sarah's
horrible.
been rough on me lately.
That's horrible.
It's called tough love. It's tough.
Is that what it is? Dang.
No. It's,
I have insecurity problems as it is, Sammy.
well, you know. You picked the wrong table to sit at if you have
know.
insecurity issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how we've been friends for years, I don't know that if that's one of your problems. Other positive things I like on Facebook. I like or on social media itself. I like humorous things. Like I don't mind memes in moderation. I don't mind.
I'm a meme freak.
You are a meme freak.
I mean, yeah.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them.
And since you've told me about myself, I don't post as many.
Oh, you can post away. It's fine. Instagram.
I don't need another reason for you to make fun of me.
There's so many.
You're trying to take down the numbers. She's trying to decrease the numbers.
Challenge us a little bit, Tegan,
Okay, yes.
Now, Sam wouldn't agree with this one. I don't love Instagram. I don't check Instagram as much as I check my Facebook account. But I am in love with, and sometimes I'll copy and paste her and move her over to Facebook. But I, for whatever reason, love that Australian chick, Celeste Barber. She's the one that will take the ridiculous Hollywood
She
photos.
is funny.
And then she'll do her own version of them. But what I love about her is, first off, she loves every bit of her body. And this woman, she's not like a heavy woman, but she's got a belly on her, and she's got a real woman's body. But she will put herself in ridiculous poses to match what these Hollywood celebrities are doing, or she'll do little videos or whatnot to mock, like, say, the Victoria's
Different
Secret
models,
girls,
yeah.
or walking down the runway or something, and she'll mock them. If you get an opportunity to, I'd say this is probably more woman-based than man-based, but if women, you want to see just a woman she's really super funny, her pictures are entertaining, look up Celeste Barber.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now.
You'll really enjoy her. I like things like that. I like people that take real-life situations and kind of, make them funny, make people laugh about them. And she uses her faults, I think. Some of her faults, I think, are the things I love about her, the absolute most. And it's so funny because she'll get her fiance or husband or whatever he is involved in some of these pictures, and he's such a willing participant, or at least it looks like he enjoys what he does with her on those pictures, and it's just a lot of fun. So I enjoy that a lot. How about you? What else do you guys like a lot?
I like to see some of my favorite videos do include animals, like people at the zoo, and I love to see the animals interacting with people. To the point they almost take on human characteristics.
Yes, like the
I love it.
Like
the
I've seen
monkeys and different. I love them. I love
when
them.
they do the card tricks with the orangutans. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, or they do the magic tricks where they act like something's gone away, and that orangutan and that monkey's just thinking, well, what happened? You can see their intelligence.
See it in their face.
That's entertainment to me. I could watch that all day long.
And you also love that Australian guy on Facebook.
Oh, Oz man. Aussie Man reviews. He is so funny, and if you never heard of an Aussie Man, you just search Aussie Man on Facebook, and he is raunchy, But he is funny. Some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, I just laugh. I have to stop it and back it up because I miss everything because I just giggle. I giggle like a little girl.
He does giggle like a little girl. And it's funny because this Aussie man, he'll take a video, like the last one I think that Sam showed me it was like a goat or something like that was stuck in lines. Like, so he's
stuck up on a power line.
Yeah, he's stuck up on a power line.
20 feet off the ground.
And so these people were trying to figure out how to get him down, and he's doing the vocals for this goat that's stuck up on the power lines, and this goat's not really happy about what these people are doing, according to Aussie Man. So his commentary is funny.
No, I just liked his page. I want to see.
Well, as soon as we're done here, we're gonna pull up a video, and I'm gonna let you.
He's a pretty cool guy. I like him, and I like seeing pictures of people's kids on the first day of school. I look forward to that.
That's always fun, and Halloween, and like all the fun things.
I love the costume pictures. I love the Christmas pictures and the Christmas outing pictures.
I like the Christmas pictures, but I can't stand when like all the presents are wrapped and you have them all in a big pile, and you're like,
you take a picture.
Oh, look at all the presents my kid's getting. Guess what? You are opening yourself for somebody to rob your butt.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't post those, at least maybe until after Christmas or something.
It's like when you go on vacation.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't tell people that you're going on vacation.
No, you should post your vacation pictures actually after you get back.
Yes.
Never post your vacation pictures while on vacation.
No.
You just don't want to take that chance. You still got to remember, even if you set your page for private, friends of friends can still like you, and maybe they're not honest. So you have to be mindful of what you're doing before you do it. I mean...
There's... Speaking of... Another funny thing, I'm switching the subject real quick.
We never do that.
I showed this one video to Abby, and I think this was posted a couple weeks ago, but it's when the bear, I don't know what he's like hanging on a fence and he's messing with something, and all of a sudden he smacks himself in the nuts.
Yeah.
It is the funniest.
Oh, the way he crawls away. Yeah.
Like you can literally, it's almost kind of in slow motion because he wasn't quite aware of what he did at first, but then he like just literally, you could just tell. And I showed it to my daughter, and we freaking howled. But like seriously, the stuff that you catch, like I said, I'm glad I'm older, and when I did all my stupid stuff, it wasn't able to be put on social media. But boy, I'm telling you, you do something stupid now, you can best guarantee it's going to be on social media.
You know what? I think for our day today, our Monday question will be, why don't we isolate it to Facebook? Because that's the one form of social media that everybody's on. And that's what we seem to talk about the most today. So the question of the day today will be, what do you love the most about Facebook? And what do you hate the most about Facebook? And be sure to share your thoughts with us. We love to hear from you. There's a lot of things I'm sure that we could talk about with that, and if you bring up any ideas about that you want us to touch further on, just let us know. We can talk about it in an upcoming show. So
I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
That's another episode of
Too Large and a Sarge.